Alright, today we're going to go ahead and remake Summer Walker's track No Love featuring SZA. So let's jump right into it. Session's already done. I just finished recording the video and it was like an hour and a half with me trying to figure out the chords and stuff, and I didn't want to bore you guys, so I figured, you know what? The best way to go about this one is just show you piece by piece, break it down, and talk about why I did things along the way. So first things first, the tempo is 134 beats per minute. And the main chords, main piano sound that goes throughout the track is this one right over here. This is what it sounds like. This is the pattern. Very soulful, very smooth sounding chords. All right, for that sound, we use Logic's stock piano, Steinway grand piano. Nothing added to it. Whatever was loaded on that preset, that's what was used right there. Now in the original song, there's a lot of like texture and layers to the keyboard sound. So we had to go, of course, and add that in. So the first layer I added was this electric keyboard sound, and it sounds like this. Same pattern. And for that sound, I used Logic's Modern Classic keyboard found under the vintage electric piano. So we got an electric keyboard sound, a Steinway grand piano. And next I want to add in some like little bells and artifacts on top of the keys. And I found this preset in Alchemy called Electric Piano Bells, and it sounds like this. Same pattern once again. Just to add some texture, we're layering up textures here. And for that preset, we're using the Big Hall reverb here for that performance in Alchemy. Next up, once again, we had to add in another layer of texture. In the original song, I heard like this wishy-washiness in the background. Lack of a better word, wishy-washiness. And I found this preset in Alchemy that I thought fit well. Once again, the same pattern. It's called Drifting Void. It's like a soundscape. Using the distant performance. The only thing on this one, I took out some of the highs and added in some reverb. Now on all these three sounds, there needed to be sort of bending in the sound or wobbleness in the sound. So I pulled up an instance of sampled and I added in some wobbleness, some glow to give it a nice wide glistening texture, and added in some noise to give it some of that vinyl noise, give it some of that R&B character. So here it is with the sampled plugin off on that group. So it's a little bit dry. We'll add that in. Just makes it sound more organic like the one in the track itself. Now that group layered with the piano sounds like this. All right, from there, I went ahead and added in the bass pattern. So for this one, we use Logic's stock bass guitar called Muted Bass, the preset. And here is the pattern, and it sounds like this. So if you pull this preset on your own in Logic, the bass is not as strong. So what I did was here on the bass amp, I pulled up the boost. It was kind of like this. It's a little weak, but I really want to be like sort of pumpy and in your face. So let's pull up that boost and it gets more in your face. That's all I did for this sound, and it sounds like this all together. All right, so this song is comprised of, I want to say, two sections. Section A, which is the one we just went through, and section B, where the chords get a little bit softer, a little bit more dreamy. And here's where we start. So let's start off with the piano once again. Here it is right here. The same Steinway Grand piano preset. Pattern changed a little bit, and it has a different tone to it, and we'll get to that in a moment. So to get that wishy-washiness type of sound in that one, I pulled up an instance of Wavy. I turned on Ignite to give it a nice full, wide, glistening sound, and turned on some space or some reverb. So this is what it sounds like without the plugin. With. Without. Just brings it to life. Summer Walker R&B type of songs, you need a lot of textures and tones to your sounds, and things like this really adds a lot to it. So there's that main piano sound with the chords. Once again, we layer that up with an electric keyboard. Same one, same pattern as that we just saw. Layered with a regular piano, Steinway Grand piano once again. Now for this group, I went ahead and needed to add a little bit more movement to the sound. So for that, I usually like to reach for Logic's Rotor Cabinet. Literally see if things moving is that gives you that moving sound. If I go ahead and turn this off, you'll see what I mean. On. So much nicer with that. It's just more dreamy. And that pattern, I added in one note over here, that top note over here. For me personally, that one note makes the entire track. I love it. And so I took that note even further, that one note, and put it onto a piano just to really pull that out more. With the same settings, just added in some reverb just to really pull that out. And all together, it sounds like this. Once again, all about textures for this type of tracks. Next up, we get the drums. So the drums is fairly straightforward. We get a hi-hat. We get a snare. We get a perk sound. And as we move forward throughout the track, we go back to that section A of sounds. So this one right over here. And we add in some more sounds. So we get an open hat. Let me pull in some of these sounds here. This one. And this one. Open hat. And then the 808. All right, as we move forward, we add in a kick to really punch on those ones there, give some emphasis on sort of the hits that the producer is going for. So the drums. That's pretty much the drums right there for the track. And then for the rest of the track, it just goes between section A and section B, drum elements coming in and out of it. For example, this section is section A with that, minus the 808. Then we get the kick coming in. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to the track in its entirety. Summer Walker's No Love featuring SZA. Let's go. Alright, so right there is Summer Walker's track, No Love, featuring SZA, remade in Logic Pro. For you Logic users out there, I will place the entire session for you guys, place it as a downloadable link in the description box below this video so you can go through it on your own time and see what's up. If you don't use Logic, I got your back. I'm going to go and export all the MIDI stems, audio stems, and include the drum kit that you heard in this remake. Once again, that will be down in the description box below the like button as well. If you haven't heard the Summer Walker album, definitely go listen to it. Every song is incredible. Listen to it back to back. Just a really nice album. I hope to get to more remakes off of that album. If that is something you are interested in, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions or just want to chat, let's go ahead and talk in the comment section below. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the continued support. And as usual, we'll catch you all in the next one. Later.